Right, this is the video for Year 1 Pure. We're starting chapter 7, the algebraic fractions. So we'll be looking at 7a now. There's nothing here that's new to us at all, but I'll work through the examples. It's been a while since we did any of this factorising business. So I'm just simplifying each of these expressions. There's only one example with multiple parts. I think this one's pretty straightforward. Look, there's clearly, I can divide every term on the top by x as an x term, which means I can just divide top and bottom by x. So I just reduce the power each time there. I'm not going to bother with over 1. That's it, that's my answer. I'm pretty sure we all understand why that's the case. A very common mistake, if there weren't an x term there, people's to sort of ignore the fact that that's just a constant, but you can't do that. So I can only divide everything by x because there's an x term there's a factor of x in every term in the numerator. Remember, I've got to just divide everything. The second one, that's convenient. It's given in a factorised form. Remember that seeing a pair of brackets, it means this x plus 7 multiplied by 2x minus 1. So again, I can divide top and bottom by this common factor, 2x minus 1. And if I divide the top by 2x minus 1, I just end up with x plus 7. And if I divide the bottom by 2x minus 1, I end up with 1. And of course, I don't need to put over 1. X squared plus 7x plus 12. I'm just looking at this, and the first thing I'm thinking before I do anything is, will it factorise? And of course it will, because 4 times 3 is 12, 4 add 3 is 7. So let's factorise the top. X add 4, x add 3. And it's now straightforward. Divide top and bottom by that common factor of x add 3. And I don't need over 1. D, same. And as I'm writing it, I'm thinking, will the top factorise? Of course it will. 5 and 1. Will the bottom factorise? And of course it will. 5 and minus 2. So I'll do that. X add 5, x add 1, x add 5, x minus 2. Again, we've seen this so many times. It's not even grade 9, it's basic grade 5 or 6 higher GCSE. So this isn't easing us in. There are methods that we haven't seen quite yet, but this exercise does not involve those. So I'm not going to teach you how to factorise a quadratic. Okay, this one isn't a very nice one. Let's just write it out first of all. I'll leave that as it is. Now, not surprisingly, there's a bit of a clue. One of my factors is clearly going to be in common one of those. Otherwise, why have they asked us to simplify it? So I'm expecting an x plus 3 factor or an x plus 4 factor. Some people are able to just look at this and identify it. Well, of course, we like the fact that 2 is prime, because it must be x and 2x. I'm expecting a 3 or a 4, so let's put a 3 and a 4 in and see what happens. If I put a 3 in, and that's a 4, that will give me 6x plus 4x, that's 10x, it's not right. So it must be, if I put a 4 there and a 3, 4, that gives me 8x, that gives me 11x. Yeah, so you may need to do some working out on the side to factorise this, because that's what we've always done in the past, and that's absolutely fine. Whichever method you want to use to factorise this expression, however you factorise it, mean, that is pretty straightforward, isn't it? There's really nothing difficult there. So you should be all over 7A. As ever, give me a shout if you need anything, and I'll see you next time.